You won't believe that Alex is showing sadness. This psychological change is known as the momentary awakening of moral instinct in psychology. Rationality tells him his wife should disappear. Us, poisoning her was as casual as playing chess for him. But when he sees her as a corpse, a flicker of fear and guilt arises in his heart. This is not a defense for his. This is basically exposing the dark side of human nature while reflecting the marital crises and the terrifying consequences of psychological distortion. Soon Alex regains, then he makes up an excuse about work popping up and prepares to step out. Who knows if it's guilt or just creating an alibi. But just before he leaves, his wife tells him she's prepared a feast to celebrate the mini honeymoon. She hopes her husband can come home for a candlelit dinner, clearly showing she has no issues with their relationship. Unfortunately, what she gets is not romance but an unexpected heartbreak. As the woman named Mac exits stage left forever, her family believes it's just a heart-wrenching accident, though it's hard to believe. They console the suffering man lying there, who suddenly yells, "Call me daddy," but what they didn't expect was... As the crowd disperses, he sheds sadness, standing by the window like an escaping cat. All that earlier sadness? Just a disguise. After a glance at his watch, he revs up his motorcycle and zooms out of the house. The man reaches a super-secretive basement, and when he knocks on the door, a young beauty greets him. Through their conversation, he soon realizes he's been cheating on his wife with this girl named Cara, and it's been quite some fun. This seems to be the main reason he's killing off his marriage. But if it's just to be with his mistress, why go for the kill? Is it really that hard to get a divorce? Well, the guy just doesn't go there. This means there's a hidden secret, but more on that later. Just as they're feeling smug about their successful plan, a call from the police interrupts Alex's daydream. His wife's body has vanished. They need him to head to the morgue for some help. As soon as this is said, the man's face changes to the color of a horror movie. How can it disappear? That's not sign. After hanging up, Alex panics. He clearly saw his wife gulp down the poison. Logically, she should be a goner. But what does it mean that her body is missing? Did she come back to life, or did the police discover something, trying to trap him? A whirlwind of crazy thoughts rushes through his mind. Cara advises him not to go, but after deep deliberation, Alex decides to head to the morgue to investigate. After all, he's confident in his work. Soon, he arrives at the morgue on his motorcycle. Bad news, his wife's body has vanished. The investigating officer, Old Troy, details all the curious happenings to him. It turns out, not long ago, a security guard in the morgue suddenly darted out in fear for some mysterious reason. Unexpectedly, he ran onto the road just to be hit by a speeding car. See what a tragedy. The guard's mysterious death leads the police to seal off the site and swiftly launch an investigation. The results? Astonishing. After searching, they find the new female corpse has disappeared to Alex's recently deceased wife. The police hurriedly reviewed the surveillance only to find that all other lines had been terminated. Just one camera in the lobby remains functional. The replay merely shows the frantic guard bolting out. Nothing else turns up. Initially, people suspected organ traffickers were up to no good, but they don't typically steal just one body. The police quickly ruled that out, and then wondered if someone with a grudge might have taken the body. But how much hatred does someone need to have to disrespect the dead? It's just bizarre. Anyway, Old Troy decides to communicate with Mac's family first, and for this purpose, he calls Alex to come and assist in the investigation. Alex claims that his wife had no bad blood with anyone, and Old Troy asks a few more questions. Shortly after, the forensic lady arrives on site, and Old Troy suspends the chit-chat. Seizing the moment, Alex calls Cara, wanting her to go check on the hit guard. This demonstrates that the guilt-ridden Alex actually doesn't place much trust in the police. He worries about being questioned by the police, so he asks Cara to confirm. But at this moment, the forensic lady informs Old Troy that the preliminary inspection report indicates heart failure, but it could also be caused by extreme stress or special substances. Old Troy suddenly realizes that Alex's response to his wife's death is far too calm. He shows not an ounce of sorrow, while Old Troy remembers that years after his wife's passing, he still tears up at the thought. It seems there are some unknown secrets behind this, possibly linked to the raging storm at that time. Just then, the morgue's power system crashes, and the officer advises Alex to wait in the office until they have a lead. Just as Alex returns to the room, a loud crash from behind startles him. The sound seems to come from the morgue. Following the sound, he enters the morgue and is surprised to see a strange box on his wife's corpse drawer. Curiously, he walks over and opens it, only to find all of his wife's keepsakes, neatly categorized by the police. While he doesn't understand why her stuff is here, he notices one bag is empty. It looks like something is missing, and he sees the adjacent cabinet door is open, prompting him to investigate. To his horror, it's the poison he used to kill his wife. Why is it here? He doesn't have time to think. The power returns suddenly, and when he sees the cops enter, he hurriedly pockets the poison. But Old Troy, with his keen eyes, catches him